you is to present an alternative solution to challenge 19 in the book. So first, as always, we set up our inference rule set, which is we continue in using RDFS plus rule set, and then we create our graph. And in this case, my alternative solution is simpler. I'm not creating the super property for enables or depends on. I'm just going to make enables and depends on themselves transitive. So we know that depends on is an inverse of enables, and I'll make depends on a transitive property. The inverse property of a transitive property, in this case enables, is also by definition a transitive property. If you want to do the math, it's easily proved that inversed relation of a transitive property has to be transitive as well. Okay, and then I just copied all the triples, used my inference namespace. So I just add those numbers here to indicate the sequence of those things. That's the steps that will be happening. Steps start with 0 happens before steps starts with 1. Steps start with 1 happens before start steps 2. Okay, just to make this example more easier to see. So I will go here, clean up my current graph, and then repopulate, create this fresh inference examples graph. My query, just like what the book suggests, I want to ask what are the prerequisites for gradually mix. We'll run this, and you will see all 5 steps that occurs before it. The steps starts with 0 and steps starts 1 all occur before it. So those are its prerequisites. We could also query its requirement, right? So we can see info, what's that, enables. Following steps. I'm changing this question words just to make it easier to read, to make sense, to make us less confused. We can run it again. And you will see all the future steps after gradually mix 21 appears. So from this example, we'll just see that by twisting, by making depends on itself transitive, we can also solve the question, challenge 19. Another key takeaway from this example is to know that the inverse of a transitive property is also transitive. This may or may not be consistently implemented in all the reasoning rules or the inference engines, but in MarkLogic it is implemented, so we see the result. We didn't have to actually explicitly define enables is also a transitive property, but the system understands and applied that in our reasoning process.